Hello, everyone. Uh, this is um, a series I'm gonna start doing because I'm bored, and instead of studying for my exam, I want to make maps. So this is just gonna be a weekly series. Basically, I'm gonna get on here and I'm going to make a map, make a D&D inspired map. And so Yeah, it's kind of awkward to start this, but we'll keep trying here. This is my uh the the world. So just a quick overview. Um, Try to keep it simple, but basically we've got an empire that did so well. It was built to last, and it sure as hell lasted. Um, all the way to the future, actually. And this kingdom this empire got that way. It's called a kingdom. The kingdom got that way because it was um it was proficient in magic. It was really, really, really good at magic. They have this religion, Boulderism, as you can see down here, Church of Boulder. Um, and so they this religion gave them magical powers, and that's how they bested their enemies. Um, so they bested their enemies. They conquered uh Roka or Ruka, sorry. Uh, Ruka conquered, and I just realized something. Did I spell? I spelled it Roka. Is it a Ruka? It's Ruka. They would actually probably have me beheaded for this, but they don't gotta know. So I even did it in New Ruka. So basically, eventually they abandoned the magic. They're like, look, this is stupid. Let's not waste our time with this. So they abandoned the magic. Fast forward a couple thousand years, and they're now proficient in technology. Now they're the best in the world for technology. Rinse and repeat. They do the same thing. They take over um, with hydrogen bombs and cool stuff like that. Anyway, so they take over, and they're the powerhouse once again. Now the problem with this is their magic comes back to haunt them as they've kind of given up on boulderism. Uh, it might be a curse, it might be a blessing, I don't know. But whoever Boulder is decided, you know what? You need to remember your roots. You forgot your roots. So he or she rifted the uh, the new Ruka back into the land of the old Ruka. And so that's what we see here is these ashlands right here. Um, that was just kind of like a side effect of the rift. So this was a continent before, or a piece of region, um, whatever the fantasy maps call it. I don't know. But this is what it was, and this stretched up here, and in the future this stretched down there. Anyway, vice versa, whatever. Uh, this whole middle part was destroyed. So, um, you might be thinking, okay, well, cool, end of story. They saw their old selves and helped them advance through the ages. Um, Not true. Did not happen. They actually, the new Rukians, um, kind of hated their ancestors. So now we kind of have this magic versus technology war going on, taking place in the Ashlands. And yeah, I mean, who's gonna win? I don't know. Who would you guys choose? Would you rather have insane technology, laser guns and mech suits, or would you rather have necromancy and uh, I don't know, al alchemy? Is that technically magic? I feel like that's just chemistry for ancient times. Anyway, So yeah, we got two inland lakes here. Inland seas, I guess they're more like seas. On left and right are oceans. Technically, this will branch out later. Yes, there are. So technically, the new Ruka got teleported back here. Sorry, rifted back here. So technically, they are in the old world right now. Um, so there's other. I guess if you look over here, there would be other like tribes and uh, um, I don't know what's the word for it. Other tribes, yeah, just older tribes, I guess. So they are sticking out. Of course, there's no other really countries to conquer because their ancestors had that handled, of course. But yeah, here's my map. It's bleak as of right now. I tried to show the oldness on the map. You see how here it's kind of, divided. It's more like specific district lines. All these are of course kingdoms that Ruka has conquered or identify under the Ruka rule. I believe that Ruka has legitimacy. I'm a poli sci major if you couldn't tell. Anyway, so and then up here I tried to get the straight lines, an effect of uh colonialism and our laziness nowadays to just draw straight lines as borders. Except for when of course, maybe there's like a good city up here that we want to put in Titan. Oops, don't highlight that. We want to put in Titan. Of course, to bring it in more profit and stuff. So yeah, as you can see, there's some Easter eggs like New Thawne. Thawne's down here. Wait, Thawne's right. Yeah, Thawne's here. Titan's up here. North Titan, because we get lazy naming stuff too. And then you have the outskirts in Quentin. So you know, uh, you think about if you were a person in New Ruka and your life is boring, it sucks. We have monopolies taking taking advantage of you and having you work in the mines nonstop for minimum wage. And you learn that, oh, we just got rifted to our old world, and you're like, wow, the sky is blue, the water is blue, there's squirrels running around. Squirrels haven't been living since my grandpa or whatever. I don't know. Are squirrels? I don't think squirrels are endangered, but they might be in this world. I don't know. Anyway, so and you hear about this and you're like, oh yeah, there's also magic available. You all have the ability to get in touch with your magic self, um, and the people to the south can do this amazingly. They're proficient in it, like I said. Yeah, I'm going south. I'm leaving this place behind and I'm going south to learn magic. So yeah. Uh, and of course, vice versa down here. You're telling me that like a merchant is struggling to keep his poor mule steady on the path, and he's like, "Wait, you're telling me there's a car up north, and I can become a venture capitalist?" Yeah, he's going north. So yeah, you got some interesting dilemmas here for people. Some people decide to stay loyal. Of course, um, some people are very loyal to their cause. But yeah, so I don't know what new Ruka is as far as government wise. So maybe it'll come naturally. We'll let the wheel decide. Wheel, what are you talking about? I'm glad you asked. So this whole where stuff is what district's going to get more love and where building and cities and POIs are going to be created by me are completely decided by this wheel. Um, there is going to be the only thing that I will decide is if it's a POI, I get to decide what it is. A point of interest, I get to decide uh where it is and what it is. Um, but for cities, I only get to decide where it is. like the wealth of the city and all that is completely decided by the wheel too. So there might be nothing but poor cities in Ruka. I don't know. It's for the wheel to decide. So at the end, I mean, if the chances, if the cards play in their favor, New Ruka could have nothing but rich cities, and Kingdom of Ruka has nothing but poor cities. I doubt that will happen because that's very rare, and plus I've made the chances um like that very slim, like rich. Yeah, that's slim for you guys who are wondering. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Like there's three poor options, two modest options, and one rich option. Of course, you got to keep some there's like a whole new wheel. Okay. Anyway, you learn stuff new every day. Yeah. I mean, we can get it started with one today. Um, yeah, let's go. Okay, so we don't know where this is going to be. If it's, in New Ruka, obviously it's going to be uh, futuristic. If it's in a Kingdom of Ruka, I spelled it on here. Okay, is it Ruka or is it Raka? I think I'm stupid. I think that's what the bottom line is. All right, whatever. It's Ruka, everybody. I'm sorry. This is so unprofessional. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we'll see if it's in New Ruka or Kingdom of Ruka. And y'all let me know. Which one would you guys want to live in? We're going to Kingdom of Ruka. Uh, Off rip. All right, well, for the first day, we're going to Kingdom of Ruka. I know you guys are excited as I am. It's Ruka, ignore that. So here we got all the districts. Um, of course, they're also, divided fairly based on land. So we're not um the Church of Boulder, that small little sliver you saw, is not going to have the same chance as uh, Ruka. It's not going to have the same chance as Ruka. You guys get what I'm saying. This is just going to bother me the whole frickin' time, isn't it? Port of Roka. Ruka. It's Ruka, dude. No one said Roka. Who said Roka? I didn't say Roka. All right, let's give it a spin. See where the first place is going to be made, and it's going to be. Oh, I did not see that land, I'm going to be honest. Drisiva. So first we'll decide where to place it. I closed this out by accident. So Drisiva is right here. It is on, it is a Ashland neighbor. So this is not anybody, by the way, just to let you know, this is not anybody. So where do we want to put this? Because we got swamp over here, we got coast over here. I don't know. Let's see what we get first. Let's see if it's a city or um let's see if it's going to be a city or a POI. Oh, it's going to be a city. Fun. I love a city on the first day. This is great so far. So a city for Drisova, I'm thinking, well, first of all, since we're started off with the city, it's got to be a capital. It's got to be the capital, I guess, of Drisova. Um, where of course the Thane is gonna live. I might have all of my vocabulary wrong. If I do, I mean, you saw I was what I was doing with Ruka and Roka, so no surprise. I think if we honestly put it somewhere over here or up here might be cool too. They love to build capitals on swamps, so we'll build the capital on a swamp. And by they I mean old people. I don't know. Just what kind of gives off this kind of vibe. A human, yes, a human castle. That is way too big. So yeah, we'll put it there. It's not a castle. It might be a little bit of a castle, but for the most part, it's a castle in a neighborhood. Not a neighborhood either. I mean, there could be a neighborhood. Yeah, we'll put it there. That's where we'll start with our good old Drisiva. Um, we'll name it later. We'll come up with a fun name. That's gonna take me frickin' forever, and you guys will watch all of that unfold. So starting off, I like to start off. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, this guy does D&D maps. He must be good. Wrong. I'm actually terrible at this. You can ask all my friends. Um, but does that stop me? No, because at the end of the day, you have to do stuff that other people hate and you enjoy. That's just how life rolls. Don't question it. Now, if I am correct, this is on a coast. So we will keep it somewhat like that. I do like that. Trying to figure out. Well, we'll swamp it up in here a little bit. What is like a swamp color? That looks like a swamp color. That's on the background. That makes sense to me. Oh yeah, that's a swamp color. Yeah, that's real good. That's real good. Give me a lot of that. Sorry, I'm trying to lock in here. This is serious. I have no idea what the frames per second are. So it might actually look terrible. It might look goated. Make it a little bit more randomization in here. Like that. Yeah. All right. Y'all just need to trust the process. Now, another thing we have to do is we have to remember our sample size. Because if we start with a crazy ass sample size, everything will be off-centered and crazy. I forgot to do something. Oh my God, I forgot to. Sorry guys, it's my first day. I forgot to see how wealthy this place is. Because that decides if it's a capital or not. I'm not going to make a capital if it's modest. I guess maybe I could. All right, modest it is. So we'll start off with the castle and we'll build out from there because I feel like that's what a lot of um, cities did in the back in the day. Because this is again back in the day. All right, should I build a ghost town? No, I do like this kind of dark building color or the blue for this. Oh, this is dreary. Dreary. That's got to be new. So this is a modest place. So it's going to be a relative small castle. Sorry, Drisivia, whoever you are. Um, and this is your kingdom, I guess. But it's kind of small to BH. I am struggling to find the castles here. Please help me. Am I going insane? Okay, I'm going insane. What? If only they had a search option. I guess something like this, like fortification, would make sense. I'm trying to think. I have dark fortification, dark green fortification. So since this is a modest, I will keep it modest. I'm so freaking smart. Yeah, we'll go with this guy. So we'll keep it sample size 100 since I don't think it's going to be that big. Yeah. Okay, so I decided to go with a more start with a more like a higher up, I guess, if you will, little section. I might just kind of claim this as the castle, I guess. Um, throw in a couple of fortifications here and there and just kind of call it there because I don't really know how to tackle something like this because it's I don't know how to start it right now. At least I'm just having no inspiration. Um, However, I'm trying. And you know what? At the end of the day, sometimes that's all you gotta do, right? So Ash, what we're gonna do, something like that. I trust the process. Add a little balcony so it makes it look higher up. Oh yeah, that looks better. All right. And then we can so add a little bit here. Might take this guy and actually move him to be like a little bit more centered-ish here. And then we will, I think, continue out this way towards maybe a gate. Because we make gated communities in this I almost said playthrough. It's not a playthrough. We're not playing through anything. We are creating everything. Put a little barracks here. Continue maybe with some housing. That's a good one to put right here. It's still just fancy housing, even though it's close. We'll wrap it back around this way. Throw this guy over here. Just gonna have him over here. Garden's probably gonna be out back this way. And we'll continue up the road here. This guy's just not gonna fit anywhere, is he? Here's that guy. All right, all right. Here we go. We are moving now. To add some kind of fantasy to it because it is kind of getting a little dull. What I'm thinking for Drisivia, what sets it apart from all the other kind of, you know, uh, places in the Kingdom of Ruka is this place mastered the dark arts of Boulder, and so they're really well um, at some more cryptic uh, spells. Um, so and maybe their royalty is not as proud of that as their peasants, but just trying to find a nice word to say it, how to say it, but they can't hear me. So their peasants, of course, take a lot of pride in that. So they care a lot about the dark arts, and they're kind of I don't like this. So maybe when you get higher up here, it's more civilized and uh, oh, we're not gonna bother ourselves with that silly excuse for magic. Of course not. Um, Instead, we're gonna do cool stuff like um, alchemy and stuff. Why is this not working? Hello? Isn't that just annoying? Ain't that just annoying? So yeah, so we won't, you know, waste our time with that idiotic spell casting. It's just not worth our time. Instead, we're gonna be in our books and focus on cool stuff in quotation marks. It's really up to you what you want to decide as cool and not. But um, apparently, the royals of um, Drisivia have decided that it's not the dark arts. So it's losers, if you ask me. So we're going to go ahead and throw in a little bit more fortifications just to really drive home that this place is secure. And they need to be secure because um, they got a dark arts problem. Oops, this is not. Oh, it is. It's Lefty Lucy, right? Thought I was timing it for a second. Did you hear it pop my knuckle? Run it under some hot water, maybe. Dang. I think if we move this up just a little bit more, we can fit some more stuff behind the. Okay, so um, just finished up the. Oh, I actually kind of wanted to say this a little bit. Uh, it's better. So I just finished up the kind of high class um district um area of this city. I think next I'm gonna bring it out to kind of the um border in between the rest of the people and where they live and the outside wall. So right here is going to be, you know, the outside wall in this direction or the border. And it's actually mostly probably going to be like that. And then I'm going to make it kind of hilly down here, going downhill towards the coast, and then make a wall over here. And then that way the in between can just be garrison units, kind of just like a military base um, to kind of hold fortifications. And then down here will be port, market will probably be over here leading up. And then from the market to the port will be housing. So yeah, that's what I've got so far. I'm gonna leave it here. I will be back probably Saturday. Um, I'm gonna be pretty busy. I might be back tomorrow. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Finish this up, and then yeah,
I am back. Uh, I guess you can say the scene looks a little different. I didn't record yesterday. Uh, Listen, a lot happened yesterday. There was a lot going on. I took my exam and don't want to toot my own horn, but I kind of passed it. I actually don't know yet. So, but I feel good about it. And then I actually had work to do, so I couldn't record right after I took my exam. So annoying, bro. Anyway, um, we're back. I'm at my house now, not my college. Back home. Um, as you can see, it's my room. This is all you're gonna see because it's a mess. Anyway, so I was thinking about this during my day off, and I kind of got some like interesting ideas for it. Um, Not for the map, for the lore, of course. Um, because I'm a big lore guy too. Uh, I wanted to make like lore for everything. So I was thinking I really like the um the sort of just give me it. I really like the sort of like dark magic, but they don't claim it kind of thing. I like that, and I was gonna roll with that. I was thinking, well, no, because it's like kind of I don't know, it feels like kind of like stupid. I don't know. Like you guys let me know if you want me to make lore for the cities or places of interest slash countries. I seriously like I would do it. I do not mind. Um Guys, seriously, it's okay. I'll take the hurt for this. No, I just like making lore. I might do it anyway. I might not wait for y'all to tell me something. Because I'm just a kind person. Uh so yeah, what I'm doing now is I was thinking I was like, okay, I wanna elevate these guys. Um because there's I don't like that mountain shape. Mountain shape, it's a hill. I want them up on a hill. You know what? Because, like, do swamps have hills? They could. I actually live in a swamp. They don't have hills. Um, So, I don't know if I could do the hills. I don't know if they would look correct, if you will. Anyway, I promise I'm gonna talk a lot more in this one. The last video, or the last video, the last, I was tired. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was really tired, and I was studying all day. But you know what? This is my own thing, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna, I'm just gonna go in and have fun with it, because um, it's not gonna be anything serious. I'm just gonna, you know, do what I want with stuff, and it'll be fun. And I bit off more than I could chew, because then I was like, okay, I, I want to go home. Like I want to go to bed. Um, so yeah, I was like, do I have to actually like finish this? Um, because I don't really want to. Uh, so that's kind of what happened. Is I was like, don't want to finish this. I'm sorry, y'all. Uh, if that, I mean, it's not going to be an inconvenience to y'all. It was literally just a skip in the video. Like, I'm sure you guys are fine. And if you're not, let me know. I won't do it again. I'll plan better. It's kind of my first day on the job, so although I don't want to call this a job because it's not a job. But I think that's the most interesting thing. It's when when does a job start to become a job for humans, for us? Is it quite literally when we start doing stuff for other people? I mean, think about it. Um, because yeah, I hear the adage all the time, it's still a job, right? At the end of the day, it's still a job. But when does that start to happen? You know? It's a good question. Let's round off some of these hills. I don't like this gap right here, so we're just gonna there we go. Good as no. So I'm also thinking, I also want to make this side a little bit more like darker grass, because or at least around the thing, because I don't want to redo that. So we'll shape up around it just so it looks more luscious. It also might look stupid, but we'll decipher that. Sorry, I'm walking right now. I just want to wrap around this so I don't like, where's the softness? That's soft? That is not soft. What's the sharp look like? Oh, hmm. This is the soft then, I guess. Wow, okay. Alright, let's kick it up a notch. Get this thing done with. Bring it all into one shape. Don't that look more swampy? I think that looks more swampy. We fixed it, boys. We're good. Now, what I was talking about before with this is I wanted to make this sort of the in-between. So first, I'm gonna make the um, the wall around it because already the city's already pretty big, and um, it was supposed to be a moderate wealth city, so I might have to cut down a little bit on the shoreline. I'm gonna go with the massive castle wall just because it looks a little cheaper than the castle wall, you know? So yeah, we'll cut it through here, like put it around here, yeah. Okay, so we'll start here, just making a nice little wall. I actually just realized I've been straightening it, so they didn't have like survey equipment back then. They don't know. They just be placing. Let's make this 100 because we want it to be nice and thick. There we go. Now does that look like a city wall to you boys? Let's add a couple of gates on this. So I'm thinking a gate into the market, of course. Don't know how big that's supposed to be now. A gate over to the military slash upper, whatever. And over here is the harbor, so maybe like actually like two gates, right? Why not? Why not? Although, hold on, I think on the map the north is the less traveled. All right, sky looks good. Sky looks good. Let's get to building then. Let's start off with the market. 'Cause it's a moderate city. It has some people travel in. You know, some days it's slow maybe. You know, the market doesn't like the, you know, people aren't coming to the city to market, you know? I mean, they might stop by, merchants and stuff, why not? But for the most part, it just ain't happening. Holiday markets. I want to put in a big building first, kind of like a hub or a bazaar. Um, but more like a hut, like an outpost kind of thing, just so it's like obvious where to rotate around. I would do like a desert thing, but this is not in the desert. Um, the desert assets just look cooler. Okay, here we go. Like maybe like something like this. I know it's a fighter's guild, but it's also my map. So point it out this way. So here we go. Here's the market area. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a bunch of these guys. And we're just gonna, hey, advanced settings. Is this how I want to do this though? There might be too much. So we'll go around and we'll get rid of a few. Actually, you know what? Gonna put you guys on the other side. Okay. Not ground yet. So now I want to place buildings around it. Let me think on what buildings might look good. I might stick to these big buildings just because they look nice and important. I actually kind of like that more of a like hut than this one. What is this called? Adventures Guild. Yeah, I like the Adventures Guild more than the Fighters Guild. So we'll do that. Put the Fighters Guild like along this wall. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm putting some houses in here, but they're really just gonna be like houses and shops. It's not just gonna be houses. Hopefully I'm gonna relay that. Let's get a brewery up in here. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get a brewery up in here. Because that is important. We got the beer. This city's coming along. If I do dare say so. I don't think it's gonna have a church. If it does, probably a small one. Let's keep home of the spider cult. They are not welcome in my city, bro. Hey, no. You know what? They probably would have a church. Now I'm thinking about it because um they like dark magic and stuff, so they might have a church to like darkness. I don't know. Down, 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 down. So also, I was thinking of a name for, channel because I did jump the gun and I was not gonna name myself. Huh. Apparently, I just didn't have a name in mind when I started recording and doing all this stuff. So I actually have a video before I have um, a YouTube channel. And I was like, okay, what do I need to be called? And I was thinking of making a JoJo reference because, of course, everything's a JoJo reference. Haha, very funny. Um, but I was like, could make my name I am Rock. Um, hey, if you know, you know it. If you don't, no big deal. No big deal. It's from JoJo Part 8. So, I'm not telling you to watch it. I'm not telling you to watch it. Watch it. Read it. You can watch it. If you can watch it, please let me know, because that would be pretty cool. Which brewery we messing with, boys? Do we like this one or do we like this one? This one fits more because I already built around it, and I don't feel like going back and building more stuff. So we'll go with this one. All right. But yeah, I was gonna say I am Rock because the dude who um I am Rock is the architect. Long story. But yeah, so I was gonna call myself Rock. Why not? I like the name Rock. Rocks are cool. And I was talking to my girlfriend, and she was like, "No, that's stupid." And I was like, "Okay." And then she starts beating me. I'm kidding. She doesn't do that, guys. I feel like it's appropriate if we put the Alchemist by the Brewer. I just feel like that's appropriate. She's like, "Well, what are you gonna call yourself? What is gonna be your name?" And I'm like, "I am Rock." And she's like, "That's stupid. That's stupid. I'll tell you a good name." And she told me Bap Milder. And I was like, okay, I can get behind I am Rock being stupid. I can get that. That's fine. But Bap Milder, as in map builder, but the M and B are switched. Okay. Whatever you say, okay. It's like that's kind of dumb. Like I still like I Am Rock because you know I just like the name I Am Rock. Just like cut that out. Bap Milder. If I see I Am Rock, I'm not subscribing. I'm like, okay, all right, you win. It's Bap Milder. She also won because I couldn't really think of a better one. So it was just kind of, yeah, sure, why not? But it did kind of grow on me. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so we got like the west side almost complete. I think once we get closer to the water, um, I might just kind of leave it to die off, towards the water. I keep scrolling away from my good assets. I need to stop. Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Bap Milder. Since I didn't really do an intro the first time, because I kind of just started recording and told y'all what we're doing. And some people like intros, some people don't. So you know what? I don't think we have time for introductions. What we're doing is too damn important. We don't have time. We just don't have time. It would be great to know all y'all, but we just don't got time for that. Important stuff needs to be made. D&D maps that have no purpose and nobody's gonna touch them need to be made. It's the bottom line. I didn't make the rules. I only made some of them. I made all the rules that didn't involve my name. So, if you guys hate my name, please don't blame my girlfriend. I wasn't. It's um it's not her fault. It is my fault because I came up with I filled her mind with stupid with I Am Rock. But if you also hate my name, dude, come say something. Screw you, right? I don't want to cuss because it's pretty early in the morning, but yeah, come say something to me. Making sure nobody was at my door. See, I'm about that. I'm never lacking as I build my maps on D and D. Or I guess it's never mind. Never mind, forget it. Just forget it. Never mind. What am I looking for? See, y'all are distracting me. I'm over here sitting here yapping because y'all asking about my name and stuff. Stop. Just stop. It's honestly none of y'all's business where I got my name. Where okay, do I want blue? I don't really want blue. We're getting a lot of blue. I don't like blue. I actually do like blue. It's not my favorite color, but I like it. But not for this city. Blue ain't this city, cola. I wish I had uh, a Louisiana accent, like a Gambit. Ooh, can't even say. I can't even start. Can't even start. Ah, I'm a mess. That don't rhyme with shit. It's just true. Don't bring your girlfriends here. It's just you. Want to impress someone I run to, but guess meet me at the Lando. I don't know. He was Lando. Childish Gambino was Lando. Um, Less by Childish Gambino, by the way. Ooh, I better be. See, my body was like, stop it, dude. Stop. Too tired for this. Stop. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself. You just remember what happened the other day. I'm also thinking maybe since it since we decided it does have a church, because that was something all of us decided. Oh, God. Oh, man, let me tell you, I am tired, big time. I don't like that place, so I'm changing it. Because guys, sometimes when you don't like something, just gotta change it. You just gotta change it. Sometimes it's left up to you to be the change that you want to see. Um, Change is difficult. Change is probably the hardest thing humans can do, other than like probably like giving birth, because that's creating human life. It's probably very hard for a lot of people. Not me. Huh. Who do you think you're talking to? I'm joking. Especially for me. Put a little hermit house over here because why not? Why not? Like a little market square right here. Bah. This whole playthrough is just gonna be me yawning. I am so very sorry. I'm low key tie tie. I'm gonna edit that out. uh, Not built for these recording streets, son. I want to talk about something. Now, before I say this, I'm not trying to be offensive towards anybody. I really am not. But it's got to be said. I know you're thinking, oh Lord, I just, found this good YouTuber. I'm watching all his videos, and he's already said something controversial. Don't worry, it's not that I've been texting 16-year-olds, and it's not that I scam people with a currency, an online currency, and it's not that I killed a girl and kept her in the back of my trunk. No, I'm sorry to disappoint. I really am. But why the hell? And you don't have to answer this. What is a walking hut? Does it walk? Oh, yeah. No, it walks. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Um, anyway, back to being serious. Why the hell do y'all decorate Christmas before Thanksgiving? It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not. Wait till after Thanksgiving. At least wait till like the week of Thanksgiving. As of right now, it is the week of Thanksgiving when you're seeing this, but right now it's not. But when you're seeing this, it is. Um, why? Why do we got to do that? I know this is like a lot of people's concerns, and I know other people are just like, I'm just excited for Christmas. Are you not excited for Christmas? I'm excited for Christmas, but I'm also excited for Thanksgiving. We cannot sleep on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving has given us so much. It's given us thanks and giving. What is there not to like? I'm gonna put the library right here. That'd be pretty cool. Um, yeah, stop skipping it. Stop skipping it. It's crazy. Why? Just why? I actually speaking of this, this is also what another thing I wanted to talk about. Nothing gets me more in the holiday spirit than I don't know about you, but I have a little ritual that gets me in the holiday spirit, and it consists of playing um, indie games. but like I don't know how to put this nicely because I don't want to call it um something mean, but like small developers making games with like I don't know. Like it has a like certain charm to it. I really don't know how to explain it. Um like uh Contraband Police, Gas Station Simulator, um other stuff Venators. I don't know. It's like I mean, I guess you can call them cozy games, dude. My toxic masculinity self doesn't let that happen, but um, you know, I guess in a way they are kind of comfort games, if you want to call it that. Um, but I don't know. It's just what was that? It was a game last year that was popular. What was it called? What time are we leaving? Sorry, I broke it up. I forgot where I was. My mom came in. Um, I forgot where I was on the map. Okay, we're connecting these two. Okay, I see. Um, but yeah, so kind of like the purple though. Break up the colors a little bit, not a lot. So yeah, I mean, what was it? Yeah, what was the game last year? Uh, it was like you were a kid and you had to escape the house from your parents because they grounded you because you got an F or something. And it was like the excuse me, it was like that like granny style where you have to like collect certain stuff and it not the game itself because I mean I still like the game. The game was fun. But like I don't know, like the graphics and the stuff just gets me in the holiday spirit. I don't know, and I know that's a crazy take because it might not be that crazy. Calm down. But I don't know. I just it gets me in the holiday spirit. Right now I'm playing Bum Simulator. Great game. Super fun game, actually. I enjoy it a lot. I really do. Um, and I also just feel like it's appropriate to put the Mages Guild right next to the library. I feel like that's a good thing to do, and I'm doing it. Sue me. You won't. Um, but yeah, so those games just get me in the holiday spirit like instantly. I do need to. Nope, that's the wrong one. I do need to kind of build my collection a little bit because as of right now, I've been playing the same like five every Christmas. Um, so it gets a little boring. I'm sorry, but it's just true. Um, why does it keeps doing that? It keeps giving me the same samples. I don't want the same samples. I want new samples so it looks unique and new. Yeah, here we go. Just my yellow houses. These can be pasta shops. I know they can. I'm gonna have to go get ready soon. Uh, I have a wedding I'm going to. Um, I have a wedding I'm going to. Sorry, I don't know why I was speaking so low. I was trying to concentrate. Um, and yeah, I gotta go get ready soon. So I might not be able to finish this today, which is gonna fucking suck. Um, pardon my French, because of course I want to finish it. So uh, you know, maybe I don't know. My family's active, so yeah, I gotta leave at 2. I thought it was at 4. No, it's at 2. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this. So yeah, that sucks. Um, this might take longer than expected. Oh, you know what? Just a nice little barn house right here. Yeah, yeah. A nice simple little barn house will do. Okay, I'll at least finish the market square right now. Um, so I'm thinking maybe a little, not a big one, but just a wall to be like, hey, you know, don't come over here because we are, we're important or whatever. There we go. Yeah. Let's make it a little bit tinier just so it doesn't look as like intimidating because it's really not supposed to be. And then, oh yeah, let's add a gate. Right here, yeah. And that's basically gonna be, hold up, wait a minute, stretch you out a little bit more. There we go. That's basically gonna be the harbor over here. So what we can do is build a bunch of harbor stuff. Okay, maybe if we look up the ship tab, Shipyard. That's what I'm looking for. Shipyards. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just gonna put one big one here. Followed up. And then follow up with some stuff like fishery and stuff behind it. This here. Let's go. What's going on? Okay. Some farmhouses, maybe. Make it look like it's like a. Like a big area where important stuff happens. I don't know. We can add some military stuff down at the bottom because obviously military. They're not out in the middle of the ocean. Deep vacations to follow. Well, that's some noble housing too, just because you know nobles probably would live up in here. Or at least some important naval people would. Make this look more like a wing. Quite big objects. Pause. What else could we put up in here? Maybe. A little red thing in the corner. Maybe even some medium housing, because it's like, you know, people could probably live here too. Who knows what could be in these buildings? Could be people, could be business, could be whatever. Could be a nice bait and tackle shop. Who knows? Not me. I don't. We're gonna switch these two. This guy up here. Throw this guy down here. Just so we can take this guy. Rotate him. Stick him right here. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a little boatyard. Filled with some broken boats and stuff. He's getting laggy, boys. That means we're almost finished here. Oh, jeez. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to leave this here. Um, I will show. I think I'm gonna have to do the rest of it offline. The problem is my laptop's literally about to blow up. So I'm gonna finish this up on camera. I think I'm gonna have to do the military, like the hill. I think I'm gonna have to do that off camera because, like I said, my thing's about to explode. So, um, I'll finish this recording with the picture of it, me talking about it. So don't worry. Um, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Um, I'll point out some stuff that I changed from this point, but yeah, I'm just gonna go through and try to paint this the best I can without it freaking out on me. So, uh, yeah, thank y'all for watching. Don't ask. So this is what happens when I try to be mysterious and filled with aura. It just goes too well. Um, felt like wearing a hat today. I found this bucket hat in my room. So we gonna wear it, and I'm gonna go over what I did off camera. As you can see, I did a lot off camera, and this is probably just a shortcut for you, but it's the next day. Yeah. Went to the wedding. It was fun. I also got scared because I was given wrong information. Somebody told me the wedding was in 15 minutes while I was laying on my bed in my underwear. And I was like, 15 minutes. I live 30 minutes away. And my family's still getting ready and stuff, and I was like, we might be screwed. It wasn't 15 minutes. It was 2 hours. Somebody was given the wrong information. Anyway, you know who you are. I love you still. Hit me up. All right. We're gonna go over this. Uh, don't know the name for the city. Let me know what y'all want to name it, and if I don't get anything, I'll name it. I don't know what I want to name it. So, but I still really like the um the sort of dark arts. The of course higher ups don't really like that, so they're not gonna listen to that. Again, this was just a moderate city. It wasn't a huge city. It wasn't super rich. It was just moderate. Um, so yeah, it's nice and quiet, if you would say. Of course, they have their problems. We'll start off with the problems over here. So as you can see, I put some rubble around. So I was thinking maybe like they just had a kind of a reformation. Am I saying that right? I've been using that in my head. I don't know if that's correct. It's probably not. But so they just got in new leaders and such. And so over here is kind of like the military with the prison, the brewery for the soldiers, the stoneworks the prisoners work at. I didn't have enough space to put anything bigger. And of course the where the general and stuff are gonna reside along with the high troops. Just roll with it. I'm correct. And then I scattered some rubble around because you know what? I was like, this is where the I thought I heard my name. This is where um the other the dark arts higher ups lived. And then let's say Ruka uh Lord Ruka was like, cut that out, bro. We're not doing that anymore. So they were like, okay, well, we can't do that now. Um and so they destroyed, maybe they had like a purge night and just destroyed everything. As you can see, there's houses over here. It's a nice little farm area I put. Um yeah, I just thought, they needed a farm. There'd be more farms if it was a richer town. Um, Doesn't make sense. Don't ask. Here's the entrance. Comes around. We get to the normal housing, if you will, the medium housing. Got some courtyards with some mud in the middle because we're on a swamp. Ish. I did not know how to make this look like a swamp, guys. I really want to apologize. I That was out of my skill set. I did not know how to relay that this was a swamp. I really didn't. Um, so yeah, I also focused mostly because I was kind of on a time crunch. I focused mostly on the inside the walls. I didn't want to put too much detail on the outside, so I kind of just scattered some trees. Again, I'm really sorry I was on a time crunch. This is just full on my fault. I need to time it better, and so I will. Um, but this is also taking me a long time. I did not think how long this was going to take me. Um, because normally it'd take like 30 minutes to build this, like seriously. But it was a constant breakup uh in my schedule, my fatigue, and also having to talk. I know this is gonna sound like really antisocial of me, but when I'm doing this stuff, I'm just listening to Led Zeppelin and I'm just moving, I'm grooving. Um, but it's something I gotta explain to y'all what I'm doing, or else I just look crazy. And I'm not crazy. I have to explain stuff to y'all, and I just haven't done that before. And yeah, so this is the city. Don't know what we're gonna call it. You've said that, Grady. Over here is a marketplace. Um, kind of like the merchant guild. You come in, you set up your shop, and people from around come and shop. Really. Anyway, um, I'm mean to myself, y'all. This is not fun. I Send help. Don't send help. Okay. So yeah, we got the church again. This is the People's Church. Obviously, they're not gonna have a church up here. I wanted to put a ruined church up here in like this corner. It was just too big. Um, there was it didn't feel right. It was like okay, you know. But they put these hedges up. Of course, you can see there's some rubble on the hedges. Um, they need to clean up. Maybe some anyway. But they put some hedges up so you don't see it. And this is a hermit. Also, don't ask why there's not like a way to get there. He's a hermit. I was thinking maybe of in like putting that in the um thing. Like he maybe has some dirt on the Duke here, and you know Duke's like, listen, I'll give you land on the outskirts. You just please don't say anything to anybody. He's like, okay, fine. I won't release the files. All right, well, I'm probably gonna die in the next 24 hours, so um joking. Maybe. But yeah, library, it's a nice little city. Um I don't think this is gonna be like I think the capital will be where the dark arts are really like prominent. Like you'll see a lot of like I try to make the library look like it, but like a lot of like sinister stuff going on. Like you know, fuck it, put a pentagram on a house. I don't know. Like this was just kind of this would be a city that the Reformation successfully happened in. Port over here, shipyard over here that looks really empty. Um, Note to self: do the walls after you're done building, because I could have deleted this, but I guess I didn't want to think about it. Um, but yeah. Uh, so yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Anyway, yeah, that's our first city. Um, on the topic of this taking forever, I think what I might do is I might switch it up a little bit. I might do special occasions. So, on the special occasion, I will do a big city, but other than that, I will do like a point of interest. Special occasions, I'll make big cities. Maybe. Maybe when I'm just feeling good and efficient. Maybe. I'll let me know. I'm y'all's servant. I'm y'all's jester. Y'all gotta tell me what to do. Speaking of jester, okay, I thought of something really cool. So, the current duke of the city, maybe he's like, he knows the, um, the, what's it? What? I forgot what kingdom this is in. It's in the Ruka kingdom, but it's like this section. Drisivia? I think it's Drisivia. Yeah. The Drisivia family actually does still practice the dark arts. Maybe they know that, but they just don't like. This guy was like Lord Drisiva's best friend growing up, and he's like, "Look, man, I ain't gonna tell nobody. Like, I get it. We can't give up our customs just because Ruka asked us to. Like, I completely understand." Um, and so he's like, "I appreciate that, man." So yeah, and so maybe maybe he's a little bit more lenient. That's why he let his people have a church, and he just when he's touring the town, he's like, "Oh well, that's crazy. I'm not looking at that church." So I got to come up with a name for him. Um, and his wife, the queen. No, it's not the queen. What would this be? I gotta get my vocabulary correct. I guess it'd be Thane. Would it be Thane, or would it be? I don't know. Duke and Duke Tress. There we go. Um. So yeah. Hello. There we go. So yeah. Um. And, like this corner, there's obviously some shady business wizardry going on in this corner next to the library. That's also filled with dark arts literature. But the Duke is just like, listen, it is one of the more powerful wizardry, and we're not gonna de-arm ourselves because states are self-interested and stuff. I'm just be dropping ball knowledge on y'all. Y'all don't know about that realist, unless of course you're a neoliberal. Then he'd be doing it to, well, because he's self-interested, but also so he can protect his other people in cooperation. Is that correct? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's not my major or anything. I like the city. I like it. I'm excited to do more. I still might leave it up to the wheel what I do. But yeah, there we go, guys. First city down. I'm so sorry this is taking me forever. I started this Friday. I don't know when this video is gonna get up. So, um, yeah. If you like the bucket hat, hold on. Get an aura farm real quick. If you like the bucket hat, just let me know in the comments. But oh, you guys can see my dress pants. What else can you see? I never really looked at this camera. Probably should have done that. Is this gonna stay in? Maybe not. You can see my gut sword. What can I say? I like Berserk, everybody. Uh, But we all know what the best anime is. Come on now. Come on now. Why is your arm fucked up? Stop it. Here we go. Get a keen. I think my name's gonna be Bap Milder. You'll know when I upload this video. I won't. I mean, I probably will. Weddings are great, man. That was like the first wedding I went to when the people actually liked each other. And that was really cool. That was really cool. I danced so much, guys. I danced so much. I'm a dancer. I don't care, man. I'm a dancer. I'm a big fella, but I'm a big dancer too. I got my first dance compliment last night too. A sweet lady said I was a really good dancer. And I was like, thank you so much. I've never heard that before. It was very nice. But yeah, so this is also a Space Marine, Ultramarine, dropping that ball knowledge on y'all too. I'm just, I'm like the Dark Arts library. I tell you everything, man. I got everything. I'm not hiding nothing. What does the Dark Arts include? Oh, arts about dark stuff, like murder. Huh, I don't know. This bucket hat is itchy. Why am I still talking to you guys in the video? Huh, 15 minutes. I talked for 15 minutes. All right, well, I'm throw this all together sometime. I don't know when. I seriously don't know when this video is gonna be uploaded. Um, I'm again really sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing to you guys. You guys didn't see anything. This was all me. I guess the video is kind of sloppy. I apologize for that. So if you enjoyed City 1 JPEG, hit that like button and subscribe if you want. Um, this is completely for fun, so I'm not going to beg you. Um, video is already long enough. I'm going to end it.